all the way down to an article or a very specific piece of content that you want to popularize. The macro is how are you going to get big themes to be introduced to the media so it starts driving people back on a regular basis.
Great. What can you tell me about video editors and how important they are?
Video editors are extremely important, and you need different types of video editors. You need some that are going to be able to create daily content, so aggregate all of the news that's happening, and in other cases, you're going to need video editors who are able to cut specific content for your website, whether that be long-form video or teasers. It's a very different skill set in telling different stories in different ways.
Next, can we talk about...
Let me say one more thing about that. The video editor is also very, very important because they're the ones. The video editor is also a very important role because after you have all of this footage in, they're the ones who are going to be able to translate it to be native to each of those platforms. So it's very critical that not only are they fantastic editors and storytellers, but that they also understand the platforms and the place that this is landing.
Next, can we talk about like the relationship between freelancers and house people?
Yeah.
And how that kind of, like, what's the advantage of using freelancers?
Yeah. Make sure to never make your team too big. That's my first piece of advice. Make sure to never make your team too big. That's what I always talk about because you can have amazing freelancers who will bring a completely new perspective to what you're working on. And having people outside of the walls can really give you perspective. Also, in working with freelancers, you can utilize them for their expertise. So, for instance, if you're writing an article on sports, a freelancer might be better than bringing someone in-house if that's not an area that you're going to support throughout.
Do we want to say about the flip side to that is maybe once you get to a certain size, you need to bring some of that skills in-house?
Yeah. All of this is about staffing planning. So it's really important to understand when do you need to bring people in-house and when is that something that you can actually just hand off to a freelancer. And you have to start understanding how much accountability do you need and how much do you really need them there and in the mix. That's what's really going to be the focus.
Brilliant. Is it worth saying something here about, is it challenging to work with lots of different freelancers when you're creating a dynamic, fast-moving pace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working with freelancers is very simple as long as they share in the vision, they have a very clear understanding of what the objectives are, and they understand the key mechanics like tone of voice or the content that's being created. So you lay the groundwork down, and then lay the groundwork down, and then you will be doing less busy work on the flip side.
Really good. So the other part of the team that is important is the legal team.
Yeah.
So if we can kind of introduce them into the mix and describe why are they part of the kind of story now?
The legal team is very important because there are all types of different rules that you could break or things that
commit crimes to people who drive large vehicles, they can help you out.
the legal team is very important because oftentimes you're taking risk inside of social. So you're doing something that's a little bit wild. They need to help you understand what are your risks and how can you mitigate against those. They also deal with IP information, rights and usage, as well as influencer contracts, and all of those different components really dial into keeping you safe on what you're creating for digital content. That's so long. The legal team is very important because they do The legal team is very important to bake in